Here in Britain, we drive on the left, or at least we do when the traffic is moving. But what if I told you that there was one road in London where things are the other way round? Come on, I'll show you. So as we make our way there, let's talk about why we drive on the left in the first place. Because we're actually in the minority across the world. Only 35% of the world's population drives on the left, and most of those countries, as you can see, are former British colonies. The thing is though, it didn't always used to be this way. In feudal times, travelling on the left made sense. You wanted to keep your sword as close to your enemy as possible, and your scabbard as far away as possible. And since most people were right-handed, basically uniformly across the world, people travelled on the left. So the real question is then, why did the rest of the world switch over? I realise I'm taking a bit of a convoluted route, but it doesn't matter. It's all serving a purpose. So one of the first changes comes in the 1700s with these massive, like 6 horse-drawn wagons. The thing is, these massive wagons didn't have a central driver's seat, and the only way to control them was to sit on the back left horse to leave your right hand free to, well, whip the others. But as anyone who's driven a left-hand drive car in Britain knows, well, it's really difficult and it leads to a lot of accidents. So they chose the simple solution: drive on the right instead. So then, as the colonial era sort of comes to an end, these new free countries want a great symbolic way to sort of break the shackles, and an easy way to do that is to just change the side of the road that you drive on. So lots of ex-Portuguese colonies do this, as well as when the Austro-Hungarian Empire breaks up at the end of the First World War, Bosnia, Slovakia, Slovenia all start driving on the right instead. Just got to check I'm on the right road, we are heading in the right direction. And then as you get to the boom of the motor car, people want to buy American vehicles, because they're cool, that's what you see in the movies. And that's why countries like Sweden swapped over to driving on the right as recently as 1967. But after all this time, Britain just never got around to changing over. Politicians in here thought about it in the 1960s, but decided it was too much effort and too expensive. After all, we've been driving on the left for nearly 300 years, and no one could really be bothered to change over. By the way, this isn't 10 Downing Street, it's 10 Adam Street, but they look pretty similar, don't they? And finally, that brings us here to Savoy Court, the only road in London where people drive on the right. So the first question is, how on earth did they get away with it? And the first answer to that is, it's a private road, so they can do whatever the hell they want. And the second answer to that is taxis. It's all quite simple, really. Travelling on the right means that taxis can drop off a fare at the theatre and then pick up a new one at the hotel without having to go around twice. It's that simple. So for anyone that struggles with driving on the left in London, just come on down to Savoy Court, and for even a little stretch of tarmac, you might feel a bit more at home. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. What side of the road is best? Let me know in the comments below. For more What's Hot London, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Till next time, I'll see you later.